we were gonna set off from Shepherd Isles, and I think we're gonna pass by Station 3 and Abbey Rock, and then go back to Fallen London by way of Hunter's Keep here, which is an island that's currently not indicated on the game screen, but only on the map. And there's a good reason for that. But we might explore that some other time. It has to do with the story that has, well, unfolded itself there in a previous game. Right, so we have 10 supply, 14 fuel, as you can see top left. But our terror is increasing, so we need to kind of get a move on. So we do not become the subject of mutiny, which is something I really do not like. Dock at Abbey Rock. Ha! That rhymes. Do we trade supplies? Do we pay a fair price? Oh, we can just trade supplies for echoes. No, we don't want to do that. We will compile our port reports, because that will do us some good. We have some recent news, so we can knock at the Iron Stud gates with news, which they might find valuable. The muscular prior is the abbess lieutenant. Comes to the door to listen. She nods and makes notes. She pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of the rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. AKA, usually what kind of what you get from this is that your crew is all really superstitious, but you're like a level-headed Z captain, and you kind of have to decide whether you go along with their superstitions and their, well, kind of make-believe sometimes. They'll believe in some Z gods, and you have to kind of decide, as you've seen before earlier today, whether you go along with that or not. Knock at the Aristotle gates, although you have no recent news. Let's not do that. Let's just leave Abbey Rock. Make sure that little crab does not see us, even though he's delicious. You can pretty much one-shot the crab and get its meat. That's what I told my girlfriend. No, I did not. Get its meat. We're going to Station 3 and get a port report from there. If I remember correctly, the port report from Station 3 here... Oh shit, look, watch out, bottom left. That's a massive crab. With glowing tentacles, and he has 300 HP, so he's gonna kick our ass if he gets us. So we need to make sure that we don't get into his range, because he'll probably almost kind of one-shot us. We've already suffered some hull damage, so we don't really want to encounter him as well. So if I remember correctly, as I was saying, Station 3's port reports is quite valuable. Try the gates. The only way past the walls is an unimposing but sturdy-looking gate of triple-barred silvery metal. A sign beside it reads, "Deliveries," right? Metal is steel-hard and icy-cold to the touch. Attempts with chisels and crowbars fail. Perhaps if you could bring the ship's guns to bear, but no. If you return with a certain delivery, the gate will be open. You'll know if you find it. Okay, so clearly we need a special kind of delivery. And that's not happening anytime soon. I don't know whether in this version of the game you can actually get that special delivery. You might, but I don't know. Anyway, training my telescope on shore means that I stand on the high point of my ship and look to shore with a steeple building on the horizon, by far the largest thing in sight, which may be a church, or a bit... a temple, maybe. I don't know. But I now have one port report on Station 3. Excellent. So that port report is going to be valuable. Back in Fallen London. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go past Hunter's Keep. I'm not going to go past here, because I know from experience that I can get a port report from here, but I can't do anything with it. It's a special case. So I'm just gonna go past Hunter's Keep and into Fallen London. And I'm also not really gonna tell what or why that island is there, and why I can't do anything with the port report, because I don't really want to spoil it. If we happen to get on that island at any point during this playthrough, we may... shit. Did he see me? Alright, he'll see me now, because I'm gonna go into the light, but he turned away at the last moment, so that's good. Phew. I don't want to spoil it, like, I don't want to go, oh, there is that, and not go there, because that just seems absolutely unnecessary. Like, why spoil an experience if you don't actually show that experience even? At least, if you're gonna spoil something, at least do it by showing something and not just saying something. And in saying that, I may have I may have given a little lore spoiler earlier with the devils and the soul trading, but that is something that you kind of figure out quite rapidly, quite fast, because you see that there are souls on trade, and you quickly realize, if you play the browser game of Fallen London as well, you quickly realize that people are trading in souls, and more specifically not actually people, but devils are trading in souls, and you put one and one together. Well, you put together the two facts that A, there are devils, and B, there is a trade in souls. People are selling souls, so that should be enough to clue you in on who does the actual soul selling, soul trade. This is a good one. Where is everyone? Where did it go? They're here. They're here. You're not alone. Whew. We're getting more and more terror-y, which is an issue. We may need to hug some islands more closely in the future. When we return to Fallen London, our terror will be reduced to 50, but the more terror that it's reduced from, like if you have to go from 80 to 50, so 30 terror gets taken off, that will be replaced by something else, which we will see soon enough. Something equally troublesome. I'll show you in just a sec. We'll pull into Hunter's Keep here. It doesn't say on the map, as I said, in the in-game screen, but it's actually here. And there are three sisters here. If we present ourselves at the house... wait, we'll reconnoiter the island first. To give us a port report of Hunter's Keep, and then we'll present ourselves at the house, where a maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows us into the parlor where three young women wait. So there are three sisters, as I said. Then the youngest cries, "A visitor!" The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. "Do excuse the indecorum," she says. "Visitors are rare." "You're very welcome. I'm Cynthia." The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. "You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us?" So when you go to Hunter's Keep, you will be able to have lunch on certain occasions. So, but you have to decide kind of which sister you'll have lunch with, which is always a tough choice in life. So I've kind of, I know this because I've played this game for a while and have had lunch with all three of the sisters, but in my personal opinion, Phoebe is the best one to have lunch with, because when I click on her, I see I have gained 1 supply, my hunger is gone, reduced back to 0, I've lost 5 terror, and I have a memory of distant shores. That's a lot for just one encounter. Memory of distant shores is also something that, a commodity that you can trade. But losing 5 terror and 27 hunger and gaining 1 supply is pretty good. This happens at with every sister, but losing 5 terror is rare, and gaining that memory of distant shores especially is special. It's especially special. And if you go in again, you see that the parlor is empty. But if you have some recent news, as I said, that's a tradable commodity, you can lure them out of their hiding and have lunch with them even if they don't want to have lunch. So that way you can, for example... Oh shit, I'm going to turn right because I don't want to face that pirate ship again. You can have lunch with the sisters on multiple occasions during the same trip, while usually it only resets when you return back to fallen London. We briefly entered the waters of the tomb colonies, which are dusty and echoey and sepia-like. And there we go into home waters. Make sure we don't crash into any land mass here. Don't want to encounter or fight that ship either. The more smokestacks they have in general, the more powerful they are. But you can easily check how powerful they are by how many hit points they have. So that's a clear indication of what their deal is, what their strength is, and how much they're gonna pwn you if you actually engage them.